about how my life got flipped, turned upside down.
Diddy trial has ripped off its polite gloves and is now throwing haymakers you never saw coming. What started as just Cassie's horrifying story has detonated into something way bigger than any gossip blog could have predicted. Forget the usual celebrity dirt. We're talking about federal courtrooms buzzing with unheard audio, leaked whispers painting vivid pictures, and a tidal wave of old footage dragging some serious Hollywood heavyweights into the muck. The internet's practically smoking. The streets are buzzing with whispers, and you can bet the people involved are currently questioning every life choice they've ever made. So, what just went down? After weeks of the prosecution laying out Cassie's alleged nightmare, the abuse, those infamous freak-offs, and Diddy's iron-fisted, those affectionate kisses, the overly playful, the whole thing swerved hard. Court insiders and online leaks are saying the focus has laser-locked onto audio recordings. And these aren't just any old chats. We're talking about supposedly raw, explicit tapes that allegedly feature Diddy alongside Will Smith and Meek Mill. Yeah, this isn't some Twitter rumor that'll vanish by morning. This is reportedly being played in open court, sending shockwaves through the room. It all kicked off with that hotel lobby video a few days back. No sound, just the visuals, and most people figured that was the extent of it. But now, sources deep inside are claiming that behind closed doors, the audio was played, and it left the entire courtroom in stunned silence. Phones were banned, journalists couldn't record, just absolute heavy silence. One person who was there described the clip as undeniably graphic, male on male, the kind of thing that makes a room freeze because you know you've just heard something serious. And if that wasn't enough to make jaws drop, the story gets even wilder. Right after this audio playback, a list of new witnesses was announced, and these aren't random clout chasers. We're talking about ex-Bad Boy artists, former staff, people who were in Diddy's inner circle, toured with him, partied at his mansions. These are individuals who allegedly saw things firsthand, who might have stayed silent for years, but are now reportedly ready to talk under the protection of the law of what might have been heard inside. The implications here stretch way beyond just legal trouble for Diddy. This is now about shattered reputations, a family legacy hanging by a thread, and a tangled web of secrets involving some of the biggest names in entertainment. Will Smith's name being dropped wasn't just a casual mention. It's reportedly directly linked to that audio. And you know, the internet went into overdrive the second that happened. The second Will Smith's name hit the headlines in connection with the Diddy case, the internet went into a frenzy. Old clips, awkward side-eye interviews, podcast snippets. Suddenly, every past interaction between Will and Diddy was being dissected under a harsh, new light. One interview that went viral again was comedian Luanell casually mentioning that Diddy and Will were clapping each other's cheeks. She said it so offhandedly that most people missed it the first time around. This time, it exploded. The internet ran wild with it. Memes were born, and the speculation began to snowball. But then the rabbit hole got deeper, darker. Fans started revisiting old footage of Will with his son, Jaden Smith. Those affectionate kisses, the overly playful energy that once seemed like quirky father-son moments, were now being rewatched through a completely different, unsettling lens. People started voicing their discomfort, saying something felt off. The tone of the commentary shifted from amusement to genuine unease. Then came the nuclear moment. Brother Bilal, Will Smith's former assistant, dropped his own set of allegations that made everything even harder to dismiss as mere gossip. He claimed to have personally witnessed Will engaging in explicit acts, even graphically describing a moment where Will allegedly touched another man intimately. And that wasn't even the most shocking part of his claims. Bilal went on to say he once walked in on Will and Dwayne Martin in a compromising position.
And then I saw sexual acts that I walked in on.
Who'd you walk in on?
Him and Dwayne Martin, Hollywood.
His words, not mine. After brother Bilal dropped that bombshell about Dwayne Martin, the internet essentially transformed into a digital crime scene investigation unit. Fans weren't waiting for official media confirmation. They started digging up every clip, every photo, every old interview where Diddy and Will were seen together at events, hugging, laughing, standing close like best buddies. The visual evidence started piling up, contradicting the image Will had always carefully cultivated. Then, Will tried to shut it all down with a firm denial. His quote, "I ain't nowhere near that man. I did none of that stupid." Except that his denial seemed to backfire spectacularly. The moment he said it, Twitter and Reddit were flooded with receipts, photos and videos of him and Diddy being very much near each other. The evidence was overwhelming. Now, people weren't just suspicious, they felt like they'd been lied to directly, half joking, half hiding something. Or how so many artists who left Bad Boy seemed to end up damaged or simply disappeared from the public eye. Mace, The Lox, Day 26. The list goes on. Will Smith's already fragile reputation, still reeling from the Oscar slap, is now on even shakier ground. People who defended him during that controversy are now questioning his character even more deeply, because if those audio tapes are real, and if he's on them, this isn't just a PR nightmare. It could be career-ending.
How my life got flipped, turned upside down.